The Yangtze River, more than 6,000 kilometers long, is the longest river in China and Asia. It starts from the mountains in the west of China, crosses more than half of the country, and flows into the East China Sea near Shanghai. In 1911, due to heavy rains, the water level in the Yangtze River increased significantly, causing floods in the surrounding areas. This terrible flood killed 200,000 people and displaced millions. 20 years later, in 1931, the Yangtze River once again flooded due to rains, and this time, the devastation shook the entire nation. The damage was so severe that it was difficult for the Chinese government to estimate the losses. According to rough estimates, 300,000 lives were lost in this natural disaster. Even after such a massive loss, floods in the Yangtze River continued in the following years. The only solution to this problem was to control the river's water by building a dam. However, to tame such a large and wild river, China had to undertake a massive project. The construction of the Three Gorges Dam began in 1994, employing 40,000 workers. After 17 years of hard work, it became fully operational in 2011. It is not only the largest dam in the world, but also the largest concrete structure ever built. A staggering 2.8 million cubic meters of concrete were used in this megastructure. Experts say that if this amount of concrete was spread across a country like Switzerland, the entire country would be covered in 2 feet of concrete. In addition to concrete, the dam's reservoir holds so much water that it even affects the Earth's rotation. NASA scientists believe that the Three Gorges Dam slows the rotation of the Earth by 0.06 microseconds. That is, this dam alone increases the length of a day by 0.06 microseconds. Of course, this is not a significant figure that we can notice. However, it is the only man-made structure that has such an effect on the Earth's rotation. Naturally, the cost of building such a massive structure was substantial. The Chinese government spent a total of $32 billion to construct the Three Gorges Dam. In addition to being the largest dam, it is also the largest power plant in the world. It has a total of 32 powerful turbine generators that generate a combined total of 22,500 megawatts of electricity. At the bottom of the dam, water pressure is passed through these heavy-duty turbines, releasing it into the downstream river. The pressure of the water rotates the turbines, and the generator produces 700 megawatts of electricity. While the dam helps control downstream floods, the electricity generated by it meets the needs of 60 million people in China. When compared to other power plants, the world's second-largest power plant is the Itaipu Dam in South America, but its output capacity is not even close to that of the Three Gorges Dam. This is not China's first power plant built to meet its growing economic demands. Among the world's top 20 power plants, 9 are in China. Building the Three Gorges Dam was a very challenging task for China. The plan to build it had been in place for the past 100 years, but due to the Chinese Civil War and political problems, the project was delayed. In 1994, when construction finally started, the Chinese government faced a lot of criticism. Due to the dam, 1 million people had to vacate their homes. It was essential to relocate the entire population along the banks of the Yangtze River. Even today, more than 1,500 small and large towns are submerged under the water of this dam. If you look at the satellite image, the Yangtze River appeared quite different before 1994. The river level passing through the mountains was going to rise significantly after the dam was built. Right here, between the two mountains, a 300-meter-long and 181-meter-high concrete wall was erected to stop the water of the Yangtze River. In the satellite image, you can also see that before the dam was built, the width of the river was only 700 meters. But after the dam was built, it spread to 3,600 meters. But the question is, how was the dam wall built in front of it by blocking such a large waterway? It is crucial to stop the water to build any kind of structure in the water, not just a dam. And the Chinese engineers did the same. By placing a stone in half of the Yangtze River, they raised its level above the river's path. Now, due to this obstruction, the river's water began to pass through the remaining path. When this cofferdam made of stone dried up well, 2 portions of the dam walls were erected within it. Now it was time to build the third portion, for which the engineers had to block the entire path of the river. A cofferdam was also made of stones in the remaining part. During this time, the river's water was passed through the tunnels of the first two portions of the dam. To keep the foundations of the Three Gorges Dam strong, spillway gates have also been installed, so that if the dam ever becomes full, instead of overflowing from here and there, the water will rise from these spillways and fall into the downstream river. In addition to flood control and electricity generation, the purpose of building this dam was also to increase the shipping line on the Yangtze River. The Three Gorges Dam features the world's largest ship locks, and it is the only dam in the world with a lift for ships. This lift elevates ships to a height of 100 meters because the water level on one side of the dam is 100 meters higher than the downstream side. While the Three Gorges Dam offers many benefits, it also poses a significant risk to China. The international community believes that no matter how strong the dam is, it is still vulnerable to the forces of nature. Due to global warming and climate change, the frequency of heavy rains is increasing. The Three Gorges Dam, with a maximum level of 175 meters, has reached levels as high as 164 meters due to increasing rainfall. Besides this threat, there is another danger. Experts believe that the dam can be filled at a rate of 50,000 cubic meters per second, but the outflow rate is only 38,000 cubic meters per second. This means the dam's water level is rising with each passing moment, increasing the risk of damage. The failure of large dams is not a new phenomenon. History has recorded the failures of 114 dams so far, with the most significant failures occurring in China. On August 8, 1975, the Banqiao and Shimantan dams in Henan province collapsed due to excessive rainfall. Millions of cubic meters of water flooded the surrounding settlements within minutes. In this disaster, 240,000 people died, and more than 10 million were left homeless. The Three Gorges Dam, which is much larger than these dams, could potentially lead to the biggest disaster in human history if it were to fail. I hope you will like and share this video. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. See you in the next great video.